Hey, my sweet babies. Good afternoon, good evening. Happy Tuesday to all you guys that are listening. Welcome back to the people, my returning subscribers, my returning day ones, and hello to my new people that have come to my channel for the first time. My name is Cinquetta, and we talk all things love and marriage Huntsville on this channel. So before we get into all the news, everything that's going on, because they is really turning up before this new second half of the season comes on, and I just can't keep up. But I really did want to hear from you guys and get your input on everything that's going on with this season, from the court case to the friends throwing shade to the fakeness that's going on in in Huntsville. Let's talk about it. So before I get into the ooey gooey juiciness, I'm going to play my intro and I will be right back.
Matt St. Quebec, man, the girl was heaven sent. Matt St. Quebec, man, the girl was heaven sent.
Okay, again, happy Tuesday to everyone that's listening. My name is Cinquetta, and I give women the tools to create and live a life that they love so they don't settle for less than they deserve. So I do this by giving my little 2 cents on the commentary regarding Love and Marriage Huntsville, because one thing I do appreciate about this show is the excellence, the entrepreneurship that we get to see, the women that's making moves, business moves, and also the men that are making business moves as well. I really find that inspirational. I really feel like when you do things outside of yourself, when you're giving, when you're serving, you just become a better person. When you serve others, it just makes you feel good. So even in the times when you're feeling down in the dumps kind of thing, when you're pursuing your purpose, your goals, you're helping those around you, it's like you really just glow up. It's like an inner glow up. So everything on the outside will take care of itself. But once the inside is real good, everything else falls into place. So I wanted to talk about what's going on with the show. In particular, these claims that Martell keeps bringing up, how Melody is supposedly, allegedly was messing with guys during their relationship. Now, literally, I cannot confirm or deny that because I was not there every single day watching either one of them over the past years of their relationship. But the way that Melanie was crying and the way that we seen her break down in front of the cameras and on TV, it's not giving me cheating vibes per se. I mean, anything is possible, but I just don't feel that. And I feel like Martell is just trying to say everything or do everything to kind of make Melody look bad, because he knows he looks bad. And he really, besides love, fumbled the bag, because now it does seem like he's falling off. You know what I mean? I know Melody made doing business look easy. So now when he's doing his business with his wine and it's kind of like a little shaky and people are having complaints, see, it's not as easy as Melody made it look. So we really do see what's going on behind the scenes, who's kind of the brains of the situation. So we're going to talk about that first. And I wanted to share my screen. But I was like, oh my gosh, this is not right. Martell, really? Are you serious? Do not be trying to talk about Melody cheating. Like, I don't appreciate that. Hey, Fem Capital. How's it going, girl? We are just talking about this article. About to share my screen that I found online. So, what in the world? This right here. It says Martell Holt accuses ex Melody of cheating with multiple men amid I think they're just like a missed custody battle. And then it also says 11 Marriage Huntsville star rips his ex-wife Melody Cherie after she calls him a bad parent and insinuates that her ex-husband threatens her with revenge porn. See, this is kind of corny. It's very upsetting. And in a way, I kind of wish like both of them wouldn't say anything about the other and kind of let everything work itself out, or everything handle itself within the courts. I feel like they don't have to go back and forth and try to bash the other for the simple fact, like I always try to say, that at one point in time that they did really love each other and they have 4 beautiful children together. So at least for their sakes, like as much as it may hurt to bite your tongue, and maybe I have to speak this over myself because who knows, like maybe I'm gonna have to come into a situation pretty soon where I have to bite my tongue. But I just feel like as an outsider looking in, I'm just like, you know what, it's not even worth it. I feel like both of them just kind of have to chill. Nobody's a winner. I think someone said that when it comes to divorce, no one wins. Like this is not, I'm pretty sure everybody has, it's enough blame to go around. But at this point, just kind of chill out. I just kind of I hope both of them just don't say anything because it's really not that. Now, it is serious, but the truth will prevail. We will all see how all the chips fall and how everything comes out to play eventually. So neither one of them has to say anything. Just let the courts do its job and try. Basically, at this point, I feel like they both have to try their best to heal and move on because they was married 13, 14, 15, 16, however long. That's a long time. So it's basically learning how to unwind their souls and unwind their lives from each other. And it's also sad because a lot of times you're divorcing the future plans that you had with a person. You may have had all these dreams and expectations. So you're also walking away from that. Those thoughts and those the dreams, those we're going to do X, Y, and Z together. So it's literally not easy. And I'm pretty sure, even though Martell did what he did, I know he has to be hurting as well. So I just hope that they get it together for the sake of their children. How are you? I told myself I would not miss the live because I like it. Oh, thank you, girl. I am good. I was too lazy to get on camera today, so that's how I'm just going to talk to you guys through the screen. But I may come back again someday this week so we can talk some more where I'll actually be on the camera kind of thing. Okay, so you said this is not going to end well for Martell. Mark my words, speaking from someone that lives that life. Interesting. So when you say it's not going to end well for Martell, meaning you don't think he's going to get the full custody that he's trying to fight Melody for? I don't think so. If that's what you mean, I don't think so either. I feel like at this point he has to realize he's no longer her husband. So all that I don't like men watching my kids, babysitting my kids, and Melody has a bunch of people babysitting our kids. It's to me sounding like he's just pulling for scraps. He's just trying to say something. He just wants a reason to complain, but it's really nothing to complain about. Now, and if there's nothing there, it's like he's trying to make a situation out of nothing. I didn't hear anything about the kids not eating. I didn't hear anything about any bruises, nothing like that. So the whole babysitting thing, Martell, stop. Just keep the peace so your kids can be happy, and then I just feel that way for both of them because look at them and their kids. Like it's just one of those things. When you look at your children, they're half you and half like the person that you had them with. So for their sakes, I feel like it's just best to respect that parent. You may not like that parent. They may be annoying to you, but for the sake of your kids, I feel like it's just best to keep the peace and speak positive. And even if you can't find something, try to. I wouldn't feel this way if they didn't have kids together, but because they do. And sometimes kids can be affected. They feel that vibe kind of like if one parent don't like the other, and they do, so kids feel that. So I just like for the sake of the kids, like, all right, I hope they really get to a conclusion. They can play nice because, like I said, at one time they did actually really love each other. Hey, Linda, good evening. So we're talking about this article. Martell Holt accuses ex Melody of cheating with multiple men, a men custody battle. I'm like, what? So it says, and this just came out today. So it says Martell Holt and Melody Cherie's custody battle over their 4 kids is getting nastier. The 40-year-old TV personality is sitting back at his ex after she called him a bad parent and insinuated that he threatened her with revenge porn. Not letting Melody smear his name, Martell has now dragged his ex-wife through a series of Instagram stories. He also accused the mother of his children of cheating on him with multiple men while they were still together and abandoning their kids. Now you know that don't even sound right. That don't even sound like Melody. Like I'm just like, okay, Martell. And not to say I can't really confirm or deny, but just based off of what we see and how Melody carries herself, that doesn't sound right to me. I don't know. So Martell said, "Who was watching the kids when you got pregnant twice and had two blank?" I guess he's saying maybe terminations, possibly. He wrote, seemingly suggesting that he was taking care of their children most of the time. Who was watching the kids when you were performing, you know what, and you know what, 6 to 7 years ago, and go on the reunion and say, "I can't remember." Who was watching the kids when you were taking flights to DC with the same blank? Then come back to being a this. What was he trying to say here? A pro hoe? I don't know. But I thought that during the reunion, Melody said she started kind of moving on after she divorced, or after her and Martell was going through the divorcing process. Cause y'all know good and well, Martell, if he knew that Melody was cheating 6 or 7 years ago, he would not be with her. Come on now, Martell, we don't believe you. We were done. Then, if I had known all that you did before we even struck a TV deal, then going to take my infidelity to TV for a freaking storyline. No, that was you, Martell. That was you. You was very proud to say that you had a main chick and a mistress on TV. That had nothing to do with Melody. Who wants to go on TV and like humiliate themselves like that for a storyline? I mean, I felt as though if he knew he was coming on TV and he was doing what he was doing, I would kind of maybe end the relationship with my mistress if I was a guy, because I wouldn't want to be exposed. But I feel as though he thought that he was going to be able to have his cake and eat it too. You know, that maybe Melody didn't want to. So, kind of like they got their TV show deal as like this power couple, and he probably thought that he would still be able to have his mistress and Melody still stay to keep the appearance of them being like a boss couple together. But Melody said, "No, not I," said the cat. So that's the vibe that I'm getting. So Linda said, Melody and Martell had an emergency court hearing this morning due to Martell threatening Melody and the kids. I seen that. I seen an article about it. Or maybe I seen something on YouTube about that. We'll look and find out where we can find that information from. But we'll talk about that more too. Because this is crazy. This is why divorces can be very... I can see why people say when you get divorced, it feels like a death. In the aftermath, it's almost like the divorce is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. You think it's the end of the situation, and it's kind of like, no, things are just getting started. Let's see here. Martell continued before mentioning a string of men who Melody allegedly slept with, including their attorney, his frat, and someone I knew personally, all while married. Defending himself for his infidelity, he argued, "I'm a hoe because I was sleeping with one person. Nope, you are having a roster." Now, Martell, I do feel as though that, well, there is some wisdom right here. The whole roster part. Minus the sleeping with people. If this is how Melody is moving after her divorce, good job. Because I feel as though it's best not to put all your eggs in one basket. So, you know, when you are out there dating, single kind of thing, you should kind of date multiple people to kind of see what you like and what, you know, works best for you. Like a lot of the time, the trouble comes when we put all our effort and energy into one person, and then you wind up over liking an average person because you don't have nobody else to compare them to. Or, you know, so Melody, if you do have a roster, girl, you is smart. Now we're gonna take out the little sleeping with stuff because I don't know about that. That's what Martell is saying. But now that you guys are divorced, and if you have a roster, good for you. And I feel like what Martell is saying is interesting because I can't remember what video I did, but about cheating. Um, but I did read how when women cheat, they do cheat with they'll have like multiple affairs, while men will kind of only have that one affair, that one main side chick. So that is kind of interesting. Martell probably seen that in my video, and that's how he came up with what he came up with. Okay, so Kevin Moore said Martell is going to lose his kids with the way he is handling this situation. He is assuming. This is true. Even people in the comments, even men in the comments on Instagram was saying, like, bro, this ain't the way to go about it. Like, I was fighting for my kid for custody for years. Da, 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 da. And what helped me was to, be respectful of his mom, things like that. So I'm like, oh, wow. Like, even men, even other men are saying this is not a good look for you, Martell. So Vanessa Barnes Miller said, you would think he had sense enough to stop since he was on a very public platform. His buddies, Solo, and Reese did. They even tried to tell this fool, but he was so prideful that he couldn't stop. And then, thank you, Miss Vanessa. I feel the same way. And then to actually see who it was. I'm not trying to say like, Arian is a bad person or anything like that. But really, Martell, really? And this is a part too. I feel like men, I need to know more. I thought that y'all cared about y'all see more than that. Like I understand y'all can feel like y'all can do what y'all want to do with whoever y'all want to do it with, but I felt like y'all would be more, I don't know, cautious around who y'all would actually like have a baby with. And now to know that you gave this girl a platform, it's just like, oh my gosh, really, Martell? What did y'all even have in common? It seemed like in a way, because I don't know, she would kind of annoy me, and so I'm just kind of thinking like, how could he kind of tolerate her for all these years? Because I'm just like, this is her, really, Martell? All right, fine. She may look fine, got a banging body, but that's who you would want to like join yourself with for the rest of your life now that you have a kid together. This is crazy. So Fem Capital said the divorce happened at 2 years ago. At this point, Martell has a deep issue: narcissistic behavior, sociopath, personal disorders. He needs serious therapy immediately. Exactly. I feel like he's unhinged. And Sinquetta went and looked up the definition of unhinged, and it does mean like mentally unstable. Hold on, let me show y'all. I'm like, Martell is unhinged right now. Like, and I tried to not diagnose anybody or anything like that, but I kind of felt like that was kind of his behavior right now. See, unhinged, mentally unstable, deranged. I'm like, oh my gosh, well. And then it says, what does it mean if someone is unhinged? Highly disturbed, unstable, or distraught. Definitely the unstable and distraught part. I don't know if he disturbed or anything like that, but that's just the vibe that I'm getting from Martell in his antics at this point. He still thinks that he could control Melody. Martell then recalled an instance when Melody was too busy to take care of their children. The kids shared with me how afraid they were in a hotel being babysit by two college girls because their mom was busy. So he claimed. Clapping back at her claim that he's a bad parent, he fumed. Said I was a good dad until we divorced. Being with you didn't make me a good father. Being a good father is just who I am. If our kids are with you all the time, I wouldn't have you in court for allowing over 24 people to watch them. Very scary situation. And see, that's why I feel like stuff like that, he's just pulling for straws. Like, how do you know that? And then why are you trying to, I don't know, get that out of your kids? As long as they said they weren't hurting. But then again, like I said in my other video, I feel like Martell can bring up his grievances when it comes to his kids. Like, I feel like I can't really say anything if that's what he feels as a parent he doesn't want. That, I just feel like, okay, all right, he could say that. But is it because you actually genuinely have these kind of concerns, or is it because you just kind of want to have a reason to bring Melody to court? You know, that's my only thing, because it's feeling like the latter. All right, did I miss any other? Okay. So it says here, Martell also claimed Melody was falsely accusing him of hitting my son 25 times and striking him on the head, causing him to bleed. He told you he bumped his head on the table. He went on taunting Melody Cherie Hall. I don't need to fly bloggers in, people that know our business and facts about us and what we've done are right here in Huntsville. Prior to this, Melody shared an update on their custody battle. So the fact of the matter is that we have not started the trial yet, she posted on her own story, claiming that her ex is dragging the trial. I've turned in everything I need to turn in and that I was asked to turn in. And it takes more than one person doing that, so we have not started the trial. But please continue to pray, and eventually we will get there. So I just wanted y'all to know that, as I said, I don't want y'all to be misled, she said. In a separate story, Melody slammed Martell, who finna have 4 kids with a bad parent. SMH, exactly. Y'all ain't hear me say anything but positive about this man when it came to parenting. And until the divorce, it was true. But since the divorce, the veil has been removed, and it's a lot that ain't okay. It's a lot of hurt and bitterness being taken out on my kids, and I see it and my kids feel it. See, this is the problem right here. When the kids are affected, now I'm affected. Now I got an attitude. That's why I'm like, look, now y'all gonna have to keep the peace for the kids' sakes. Like, Martell, I know you may be hurt at Melody, but you have to override those feelings so your kids can be at peace. Keep it within the court. Even us, like, even though I know I do this as commentary, like, it's okay for me not to know. I'd rather like not know and report and talk about other things that y'all have going on than this, because I do feel like it's very personal and close to like the heart because feelings are involved, kind of thing. So I actually would not mind if we did not know all this stuff that was going on as far as their whole custody and divorce and things like that. Because it's just like, I just want the best for the kids. I don't want them to grow up and see all this stuff on the internet either, or feel a certain type of way about either one of their parents, because like I said, like, they're both them, each kid is both Melody and Martell combined. So I just want them to be okay. And I just want everybody to get along, kind of thing. So yeah, I say all that to say that, like, now I'm feeling a type of way if the kids are feeling a certain type of way. So I don't want them to, I don't want them to be used as no pawns or anything like that either. So who said this? Now keep bringing your A to social media, and I'm gonna keep tearing your A up from this day forward, she wrote. Revenge porn? Really? I pay attention to promises, not threats. I have 4 kids some kind of way with you. Hashtag whack. Whew, y'all. I tell you guys. Let me see this article. And I also wanted to talk about Destiny. I may do a video about that, but the audacity of Destiny. When did this come out? Okay, this came out August 16th. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I think I talked about this article. All right, I have something else to show y'all too. That kind of goes along with this. So Melody Hart makes some serious accusations about Martell amidst custody battle. Well, come on, computer. I guess because I have like a lot of things up. The computer is acting slow. Okay. So we'll go ahead and talk about this article right here. This is from urbanbailmag.com. I like this website. Okay, because this was some stuff I didn't know, y'all. So, I want to start here. Melody continues to call out Martell Hall. Well, Melody had more to say on Instagram / Facebook stories in response to Martell's accusations. She wrote, "And you're right. What they see on TV ain't the real. Life is worse. And so many people have witnessed your terrible behavior." Melody added, "I really don't even know why you still on OWN's payroll." She then accused him of ruining her hosting opportunity with Behind Every Man. She said, "I literally had to stop filming every man, behind every man, fall 2020 because fall 2020 Ben left you." So she basically saying everything was over between her and Martell when she was filming Behind Every Man. But he came on set and started stuff, got in the faces of people that were working with her, pushed one of them, and it was all recorded and on video. SMH, with several people witnessing. SMH. Melody added, "And I still ain't said nothing about it." And that makes sense because I don't remember hearing about this. Did y'all? Did y'all hear about any drama concerning Martell and Melody when she was doing Behind Every Man? I wonder what happened with that too. Because I felt like it was only like a few episodes and that was it. Just that it stopped coming on kind of thing. So this is crazy. She went on to say she tried to remain professional. "I had to walk outside, cry, and all, then go back in and kill the job still." So she had posted this on her story, y'all. Interestingly enough, Melody's makeup artist made a similar accusation. On Instagram, Jay Taylor wrote, "I personally know as a makeup artist for Melody S. Halt, he has lost his mind. Furthermore, what men are watching the kids other than Minnie Mark, their uncle." Okay, so that's what they're trying to say. Like, who's all these men that are watching the kids except for their uncle? Since March, this man has made posts and idolized threats. He says, "Leave me alone." Melody literally changed her number 2 times and dude still emailed her. And we all know he likes to email because his baby mother posted his emails. I'm glad Melody is finally standing up for herself because I've seen firsthand what she endures and it hurts because she has to keep her game face on so the kids don't see her sweat. He's a bully. Oh, this is sad. It really is. This is why to me, I don't know what we have to do as a society, but I feel as though that men have to go to therapy as well, and they have to learn how to grieve a relationship ending as well. Most of the time, women do that. You know how we do. We'll go on vacation, we'll debrief, we'll journal, we'll talk to our friends, we'll go to therapy, we'll go back to church, we'll go read our Bibles, we'll do like whatever, we'll do whatever it takes to kind of get back to us. But I feel like men don't do that too much and don't do that too often. And that's how come they still be triggered and they still go out and try to bother you and think that they still have some sort of control over you, like what Martell is doing right now with Melody. Because go on with your side chick. At this point, now you have all the freedom in the world to do so. When they asked you at the reunion, "Oh, do you love her?" and you were silent, okay, you can love her fully and freely without me, without Melody. Go on and do your thing. But no, you wanted to have your cake and eat it too. No, you want to like keep controlling the best thing that you ever had. But it's too late for all that. You should have thought about that. Especially because I feel like Melody was willing to work it out with you. She wasn't automatically about to throw in the towel. She really would have worked it out with you, Martell. So the fact that you can't let it go, or now that she actually made the move to officially terminate your relationship for good, now you want to be all in her face? Now you won't let her breathe? No, that's not how it works. She tried. You didn't want to give up your mistress, but now it's too late. You have no choice. So you don't have that control over her. You can't dictate what she do. And especially when she trying to get some money, I don't appreciate that. That's like your ex-boyfriend or your ex-husband coming up to your job. Like, why are you here? Don't mess up. Don't mess up this, okay? Because this is how I provide for myself, my family, my kids, and things like that. So that I feel like that's one thing he could at least have some restraint concerning. Like, don't mess up. Don't Don't mess up her professional work. Like, why? Why are you doing that? Okay, so Linda said Destiny's store is closed. She needs to return this 6K she borrowed from Melanie. What? Linda, are you serious? Destiny's store is closed. After I done the videos on her saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm so proud," but no, I understand if her business did like business is not easy, but I had no idea her store closed. Oh my gosh, and I really feel like that was a good niche, don't y'all? I really feel like Black women, especially because we know a thing or two about hair, should definitely be in like the beauty supply store market and the hair care market. Like I really do feel like we should definitely carve a niche out and have a space or a presence in that field. So I'm so surprised at that. Let me put a yes, her store is closed. It's closed, or are they on vacation or something? Is it a temporary close? Now I got to do a video on that. I need to have a list. Where's my sticky notes? Cause Linda, I'm gonna have to do a story on that. Oh, I had my little sticky notes. I had cleaned off my little workstation, y'all. Now, when I need it, it ain't here. Well, let me use these. I don't want to use my good pink ones, but I will. Destiny's store closed. Yeah, because I could do a video about how it's hard starting a new business. How it's hard starting a new business. It's hard, but I don't want to discourage nobody from not doing it. Oh my gosh, it's closed. Oh, dang. Okay, so Fem Capital said Martell is not a good father. Being a good father is about value the kid's mother. I feel like kind of like how Melody said in this part in this article. I feel like I agree with her. Y'all ain't hear me say nothing but positive about this man when it came to parenting, and until the divorce, it was true. I tend to agree with that because even when he was cheating on Melody and stuff like that, and didn't really value Melody when they were in the marriage, I do feel like he probably was able to, treat his kids nice or whatever. But I do see what you're saying as well, because right, like, how can you really be a good parent when you don't value the mom? I feel like I was just watching a video about this. How did it go? Sometimes men treat their kids based on how they interact with the mom or the relationship that they have with the mom. And I do feel like that's true. Like when men have kids with multiple women and stuff like that, based off of like if he had a good relationship with the mom. I think they use Tristan as an example. I think that's Tristan Thompson. And you know how he had like a outside baby, and how I think he pays that one dust because he didn't have like a real relationship with the mom kind of thing, even though that is his kid. But he's not really showing that kid love and affection like he should, but because of how, I guess, the baby came into the world. But I feel like that's not fair to the kid. So and that's the part I guess I'm getting at too, because it's almost like, okay, just because you had a one night stand or whatever, just because that wasn't your main chick, that child didn't ask to be here. So for the strength of the child, you should be nice to the kids or do what you can for the kid. And I feel like Martell probably was doing that. So that's how come I feel like, yeah, he shouldn't be doing all that he's doing to Melody or whatever. But I don't know. I just was basing it off of how I seen them on TV with him, and they seemed like very happy. You know what I mean? They didn't seem scared. You seen how their son had recorded them together on acts, and showed that they were together on vacation or whatever. So that just kind of let me know he wanted to see his parents together. And let me tell you, kids be knowing. I hear people say all the time that their parents, like if their parents were together and they fought, like they couldn't wait for their parents to divorce. You know what I'm trying to say? Like they just, so even as kids, they felt that way. So the fact that their kids don't feel that way, and remember that one episode where they was like, no, we don't want to see y'all date anybody else. We don't want no stepmom, no stepdad, none of that. That just, I don't know, to me, that made me feel like they were good parents in spite of what Martell was doing. But that's just me and my mind, the way I kind of reasoned it. But I do see what people are saying as well about like, okay, you can't be a good parent if you're treating their mom like how you're treating herself. I do get that too. So Pensy Francis says Martell is so mad that Melody is making all this money and not giving him a dime. He'd rather see her miss the opportunity or lose it because he is doing so. That is so true. And let me do a little segue thing right there because you made me think about what was going on with the Lizzo Ari Spears situation. Someone made a very good point. Like they feel as though that Ari Spears is trying to make digs at Lizzo because he's big and he didn't have nearly as much of success as Lizzo has and does. You know what I'm trying to say? So people do be mad. Like they be mad that you're winning with the same cards that was dealt. Like y'all both was of the same kind of cards, but you're playing yours better. And I could see that with Martell. And I could also see that with the whole Aries Spears situation. Because Aries, like, you could be that guy in comedy too. So don't be mad because Lizzo is winning the way she is and exactly how she look. Okay, so don't be mad because guess what? It'd be a lot of big comedians like his size, but they be popping. Like Cedric the Entertainer, Bruce. They would never sit there and probably talk about Lizzo or anything like that because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. Her talent speaks for itself. So don't be trying to like talk bad about her. That was not right, Aries. But Pensy, Francis, I'm glad you said what you said. I feel that way too. It's just like he's trying to probably bring her to court and slow her down. And like you said, possibly so she can miss out on more opportunities. And that's not right, Martell. Y'all both need to win for y'all kids. Like, don't you not get that? Don't be mad at her. Just look at the bigger picture. But at the same time, I understand when love, when feelings, when hurt feelings, emotions, anger, all that stuff is involved, it's kind of hard to think and see straight. And sometimes you can't let your emotions get the best of you. So I do understand. Do I agree? No, but I understand. I've been trying to understand y'all. So Charlene Jackson said, I hope you guys listen to Aunt Ann blow Destiny out the water. It was hilarious. Ooh, who's Aunt Ann? Is she on YouTube? Hold on, let me write that down. Aunt Ann, Destiny, Love and Marriage Huntsville. Oh, you gave us something to look forward to, Charlene. I'll look it up. Oh, okay. Okay. Linda said the same thing. Go to Aunt Anna channel. Her and Who Knew did a 3-part on Destiny, and she lied on her ex-husband. You know what? I can kind of see that because he's been very quiet. Very quiet. And the fact that he never really wanted to be on the show, I feel like he got a story to tell. I really do. And see, this is the thing. I hope people don't be selling themselves out for these shows. Like, it's not that serious. I would rather want y'all to have healthy, real relationships in real life than make up lies to entertain us. It's not that serious. Keep your marriage together. Keep your friendships together. Keep your family relationships together. Don't let none of this stuff, TV stuff, the bag stuff, Instagram stuff, social media stuff get in the way of like real relationships. Like, I hope people know that. Like, it's not that serious. You don't gotta lie to us. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie. You don't have to lie to us. We gonna watch the show regardless. I am went down to Huntsville, showed the story was close. Oh my God. Okay, let's go to her channel. Let's go to her. Let me see what y'all. I never heard of Aunt Ann. All right, let's go. Let me see. Let me see. Aunt Ann, Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Let's see here. Okay, yep, she did pop up. All right, is this her, guys? Okay. 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 All right. Let's click. Ooh, look, this was 4 hours ago. Martell suing Melody Hall for slander in custody. This was 3 weeks. Okay. Okay. Let's do this and this. Oh, here go the ex-husband part. Let me subscribe. Maybe we could do a collab or something. Interesting. Martell just stopped trying to take Mel down. Exactly. Oh, look. Also, is this her when she went to Black? Let's talk about Black. What's really going on between Destiny and Martell, allegedly? She is riding for him. Remember, did y'all just watch my other video when I was talking about that? People was dragging her. Let me duplicate this. People was really upset with her, y'all. They was calling her a pick-me for Martell, and how she gonna try to call Melody fake when Melody gave her money. And I feel like I agree with that, because it's just like, wait a minute, did Martell give you the money that you needed for your situation? If he's such a good friend, no, or maybe he did. I don't know. I wasn't there. So, someone said, I don't understand how Melody is fake when she has shared more about her life than Destiny has. Truth be told, Love and Marriage Huntsville wouldn't even still be on TV now if it wasn't for Melody and Martell's choice to be authentic. Love and Marriage Huntsville wouldn't even have made it to season 2. Those two are the reason everyone watches and the DC show happened. Someone said, don't like Destiny at all. She's so stink, jealous of Melody. Someone else said, Destiny, you need to stop. You are not liked. Oh my gosh. Melody made the whole cast look stupid. Can you see why all the women surrounding themselves around Martell as well as yourself like flies on doo-doo because he was a man with Melody, and all you lose unmarried women want what Melody has. You had a baby, but we know you needed that to make your storyline. You are Team Martell, and we know why. Oh gosh, Destiny, you need to stop using the Black card. Just do your jobs. Interesting. So, do y'all think that like Destiny likes Martell or something, or they have like a little something going on? This is interesting to me. I mean, I did feel that way because I didn't understand why she was siding with Martell so hard, being as though she was going through a divorce herself. Like that part, I just didn't understand. You know, you can't empathize with like your fellow sister. I know that you are friends with Martell because I be telling my guy friends stuff when they be ready to do some like revenge stuff on their girl. I'm like, that's whack. Don't do that. Don't. It's not that serious. Like I make sure I let them know. And as a woman, I feel like that's not right. And I feel like you're not, as a friend, I'm going to tell you. Like you got to still tell like even your friends, even if right is right and wrong is wrong for the most part. It's kind of like clear. So even if you're my friend, I feel like you're doing something wrong, I'm just going to tell you. I don't support that. I think that's whack. You do what you want to do, but I'm not riding for you over here. So yeah, I did kind of think it was strange that Destiny, not saying Destiny had to support Mel, but you can't get mad at Melody and be confused when you sitting up there being friends with her ex-husband. You know what I mean? It's either you take yourself out of the situation completely or go hit with Martell, but understand that's why she don't want to talk to you. It's nothing personal, but she don't want anybody to be friends with anybody that's friends with her ops. That's all. And I don't understand why she don't get that. Okay, so Miss Vanessa said Martell was/is an active parent, but a good dad, not so much. Being active in the child's life is what you're supposed to do. It is not above and beyond a reasonable person's expectations. You know what? That's a good part. That's good. I like that you said that. Martell is an active parent. Okay, we can give him that. And you say maybe it's kind of bad, I guess. Like my expectations be kind of low when it comes to that. I guess I'm just like them having an active dad is better than have no dad at all. So maybe I'm just trying to give Martell like some sort of acknowledgement because I'm just like, dang, at least he is there. But that makes a lot of sense. Now that you put it that way, yeah, he's an active parent, but a good dad. Okay. I like that distinction. There is a difference. Just like I hear people say it's a difference between being a dad and a father. Like kind of like a dad, kind of brought you here in this life, in this world, his seed combined with your mom egg. Okay, that was a dad. But like a father is the one that like grooms you, helps you grow, that's in your life, that gives you the tools and things, and that's actually there for you. So I don't know if y'all agree with that or heard that before, but I remember hearing that, and that's how come some people feel like their stepdad is or their stepmom is more of a father or mother to them than their actual natural born birth biological mom or dad, because like their step parent was actually like there for them and spoke to them and groomed them and prepared them for the world kind of thing. So let me know what y'all think about that. Oh, thank you, Jerry Green, for the $20 donation. Oh, thank you for the $2 donation as well, Miss Jerry Green. Appreciate it. Okay, right. Film Capital said kids observe vibes. Kids are very smart. They be knowing what be going on with their parents. Oh, I heard that. You cannot lie to a child's spirit. Kids and animals are very like keen on things. Like when a dog just be starting to bark out of control, they probably picking up some vibes in the atmosphere amongst people. And same thing with kids. You know how like you hand a baby over to somebody and the baby just start crying out of nowhere? Just like, probably picking up some bad vibes on that person. And then that's when I side-eyed the person too. Because babies can't lie. Kids can't lie. Kids observe vibes, as Film Capital said. So Jackie Bowl said, only active when it's convenient for him. Good, weird. You know what? And I feel that way too. When it's convenient for him. That's why I just, deep down inside, I feel like this whole fighting for custody thing is just kind of for show. Because, okay, I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but for the most part, I feel like men, they don't really want to be boggled down with the day in and day outs of child rearing. I mean, some probably do, but not really. And I kind of got that. Do y'all watch Tony Gaskins? I got that from him. He was saying like one of his friends is a single dad, and he's like, I'm not impressed. Like, so even the best guy, not to say that they can't, but they're just going to probably miss some of the things that like we as women will be able to pick up on or be able to fill in real good. So I just don't really see Martell as wanting to like Mr. Dad kind of thing. I mean, I really don't. The way he goes around and does things, I don't see him wanting to give all that up to be a full-time dad. So, I mean, I could be wrong though. What Melody said, we only see him what we see on TV. We don't know the full story, so maybe he do, but that's not the vibe I'm getting. Because if that was the case, he wouldn't have had a side chick. What about your kids then? Why was he trying to be a family man then? Remember that part for What's Love Got to Do with It? That'd be my part. Remember when Ike thought he could go on and leave Lorraine with the 2 kids that she had? He thought he could go on with Tina after they just made What's Love Got to Do with It. Then she pulled up, oh, here they are. You trying to be the family man? Yeah, you trying to be a family man with somebody else? Okay, well, here's your kids. Here they go, going with your daddy. Remember that part? That was my part because she snapped. So I feel the same way. It's just like, wait a minute. How you want to try to be a family man now? But when you had a chance, you was outside of the family house during COVID, right? Having relations with somebody else. and creating a new family. But you couldn't even focus on the family right here that you like took vows with. Like, come on now, make it make sense. Now you want full custody of them too? Stop, Martell. Stop the cat. Sorry, just one little rant. All right, she's on. Okay, so I found her. So this is her, Aunt Anna. Okay, I subscribed, y'all. I'm going to sit up here and watch some stuff. But this in particular, because I kind of always was curious to know, like, what happened with Destiny and her husband. I mean, I really was. Because he seemed like a very nice guy. Oh my gosh, commercials. But that's okay. We're going to let her get her coins. Aunt Anna. Aunt Ann. Yes. Come on with the commercials. All right. I like to let stuff play. So it'll give me my history and I can go back and watch it. That's how I usually do a lot of stuff. I'll be like, ooh. Okay. So Film Capital said Destiny need to focus on herself instead of business that doesn't mind her. She wonder why Melody don't F with her. Okay. Film Capital, I hope Destiny knows now why Melody don't F with her. Because how you gonna try to call Melody fake? Oh, this is where this all come from. Okay. Destiny Payton defends Martell Holt amidst wine backlash and seemingly calls Melody Holt fake. And let's see right here. Where did he say? Oh, yeah, it's on the second page. Sorry, guys. Where they felt like she was trying to call Melody fake. Melody not fake. She just protecting her peace. I can't blame her. So it says, well, Destiny was on Instagram Live recently, and she wanted to answer some questions from her supporters. One Instagram user asked her how she felt about people downplaying her. Destiny took this moment to seemingly address her feelings about being compared to Melody on social media. Destiny said, that used to really, really get on my nerves, the comparison and all that other stuff, because I've been Destiny before loving Mary Huntsville. Let me pop my blank a little bit. Come on now, stop playing with me. But anyway, no, I think it's purposeful. You can never dim anybody's light, no matter who it is. She also seemingly got shady when someone said that they appreciate that Destiny is real. Keep being authentic, I'm saying, because people like the fake. Seems like people are enjoying the fake way more than the authentic these days. Destiny added. Seems like people are really more into fake, even when you can see that it ain't real. The narratives that are being sold are very inauthentic. Really? Like someone said, it's basically Melody and Martell being authentic, letting the world know what's going on with them. That is kind of what made Love and Marriage Huntsville. We still don't even really know the real reason why her and her husband broke up. Well, Aunt Ann may tell us, but you know what I mean? She never really shared, she never shared it on the show. So it's like, who's the one that's being real and who's the one that's being fake? Destiny. Say one of Destiny's supporters took to the comment section to complain about Martell Holt's new wine company, Ines. Some fans have alleged that they haven't been receiving their orders on time, and Destiny wasn't having it. Y'all kill me. Listen, I really don't like when people use that expression. I don't know. I just feel like, I know it could be like a little extra, but I really don't like words like that. Listen, you know what? Y'all, you know what, me trying to down businesses. You order stuff from Amazon, and I'm sure it didn't come within the time frame. Yes, it do. Well, and then if it don't, they be giving us little credits. And if you decide to push your delivery date back, they'll give you like some digital credits. So I don't know what you're talking about. Don't be trying to down Amazon, okay? Don't do it. Order stuff from other places. We're Black-owned businesses. We're black business owners that are creating brands and figuring it out as we go. A lot of these older companies went through the same thing. So y'all stop bashing people and try to find a way to support. Nobody was bashing. They was just asking about like their orders. That's all. Like, why is you taking it personal? We just was asking where their stuff was. I mean, dang, Destiny. Oh, Pensy Francis. How fake was Melody's money when you were sitting in the dark with your child and about to be put out of her house? That money Melody gave her was exact. It's like how soon we forget. Like, I know you may not like Melody. The thing is, like, stuff like that kind of stuff like this kind of scares me because it's almost like, dang, Destiny, you probably felt this way about Melody all along, because how can you switch so quick? If you were a real genuine friend to Melody, I feel like you would just either stay out of it or just be neutral. Like, I would say something like, oh, I hate that this happened to my friends. Like, I really hope Melody and Martell both come to a resolution. Da, 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 da. I don't know. I would be like very neutral. But the fact that she's forgetting all this stuff that Melody did for her, it makes me feel as though she never really liked Melody from the beginning. You know, I think Beyonce had a song like that. As soon as I say no, it's like I never said yes. Like, as soon as I don't do what you want me to do, you forgot all the things that I did that was right. And it's just like, dang, okay, that's how you want to feel. So Charlene Jackson said, yes, Aunt Ann just went to Huntsville and Destiny got in her inbox and made several threats to Destiny. This woman doesn't play. Ooh, okay, I'm gonna go back and watch her stuff and see what's going on. Destiny and Martell have been fooling around with each other, and I do believe that's why her ex-husband divorced her. Ooh. But see, and this is what I can respect about her ex-husband. If that is true, notice he ain't never say nothing. Compared to Martell, you see how he talking all that stuff about Melody, X, Y, and Z. She did this, she did that with this man and that man. So that's why I'm like, I feel like I like that. I feel like I like her ex-husband, Destiny ex-husband, because he been very quiet. Let's see what these comments say. I keep hearing good reviews about LeBeric's food. Much success to his brand. Ooh, I would like to eat his food too. Then I like food. Thanks for bringing us along as you broke through the fourth wall of the show. Ooh, we can't help but want to know more about the real lives of our beloved LMH cast. The real. Bless you, sis. Be safe. Destiny thought that she was going to make a come up off of LeBeric, and his mother saw through it. You know what? You know, people said the same thing about Portia. Remember Portia and how she was engaged to Dennis? They said they felt like the mom like kind of stopped that, like kind of stopped them from getting married, because she kind of may have felt that Portia was on some come up stuff with Dennis. But I don't know. I feel like I don't. That may be another topic for another day, but yeah, I'll keep my thoughts to myself on that. The only mistake Melanie made was not calling the police each time he attacked her in the past. Now people think his behavior is new. You know what? Yeah, and she probably, wanted to keep the peace for the kids' sake. For the most part, I learned that women don't want to see their child's father in jail, no matter how much, pain or whatever he's causing them, for the most part. I think, do y'all watch the Paris Milan channel? I was watching a video about her talk about that. Hold on. Paris Milan. Okay, here it is. I want to see if it's still. Oh, okay. If y'all get a chance, watch this video. Your intuition is never wrong. Basically, just like a real quick rundown. This girl found out that her boyfriend was cheating on her or whatever, and she was like, just leave, and he wouldn't leave. And people in the comments was like, she should have called the police on him. And I was like, no, she wouldn't call the police on him, because this is separate from Melody. But I feel like in this case, this girl wouldn't call the police. She didn't want to call the police on him. She just wanted him to maybe say, no, babe, it's not what you think. No. Like, I felt like if he would have showed her some, like, he would have hugged her, and it's only like you kind of thing. That's kind of what she wanted. She really did not want him to leave. She said that, So them telling her to call the police because he's now an intruder. No, I felt like she wasn't that mad. She was more hurt. It's a difference. I learned. Women could be hurt and still forgive you and still go back to you. But when a woman is angry, it's over. Lights out. There's no coming back. So I listen to language. Like, and I it's a difference. It's a different kind of energy. When a woman is angry, they don't need to consult with their mama, their sister, their friend. They are leaving you. It's nothing that nobody can do. But I feel like when a woman is hurt, they'll give like a second chance, or they'll want to talk it out, yeah, and they just kind of want the guy to do better or be better kind of thing. So, yeah, that's all I had to say. I feel like maybe Melody should have called the police, but I feel like maybe for the sake of the kids, she probably really didn't want to, for real. But she probably felt like she could handle it on her own kind of thing. Charlene Jackson said, Chef Don said that the police was called. Those records might be sealed. The problem is, did she file charges? Melody is an abused woman, physically, mentally, and all the above. Dang. So do y'all think that Martell was always like this, or do you feel as though like he became this way post the divorce? Because I never forget, even Carlos said he was surprised. Carlos King, the producer. I was reading an article on him, and he was talking about the show. He said he was surprised at the cheating rumors because him and Melody were always together, and they were always in love. And they displayed that they were always in love. So even he was surprised, like, okay, when did Martell even find the time to cheat? Oh, and then in that interview that Dee interview that Melody did, it was said that because they were entrepreneurs, so they didn't work a regular 9 to 5, once they left their jobs at the school. So he had like ample time to cheat. See, and all this time I wanted to be with the entrepreneur, still kind of do, but now I don't. He could be an entrepreneur, but you're gonna have 5-10 businesses, so you can be working like it's a 9 to 5. So ain't gonna be no cheating on my watch. Not on my watch, like Yana Van Zant said, not on my watch. So I think that was interesting too. I guess, Martell had a lot of free time on his hands. So Sunny Sunshine, I like that name, said, hi, Sin, keep in mind that an abuser is an abuser. And no matter the title, we don't need them. I don't know if it's rather a rabbi, coach, teacher. Abuse is abuse. Very true. Right. We can't put it in a pretty bow or package. It is what it is. Sorry, guys. I had to take a sip of my kombucha. Do y'all drink kombucha? It's like a healthier alternative to soda, and it's very tasty. I got this raspberry lemon kind. And it has a lot of probiotics. Probiotics is that healthy gut bacteria that they be talking about that we all need. Blah 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 blah. So I had to take a sip of that. So Charlene said Aunt Ann says that they are, and that she has evidence. I can't wait till she puts it out. Oh, that's why I'm glad that's a cigar too, so I could pay attention and hear what's going on. So Miss Vanessa said on his live from Saturday, he actually stated that he doesn't want full custody. He would drop the filing and Mel would just agree with him. That ninja actually said this out of his. I heard that too. You see, it's like the control for me. You can no longer dictate what Melody do. No more. It's over. You can't put those kind of parameters unless you have evidence to say that they're in some sort of danger. I feel like, right? If it's becoming a problem and it's hindering their schooling or their education, then okay, yes, fine, you have some grounds to stand on. But if that's not the case, Martell, just sit there and eat your food. Let it be. Let it go. I know your other side chicks is mad because you're giving all this time to Melody. Shouldn't you just be over there building on your relationship with Sheree, taking more pictures in the park? Shouldn't you be over there doing what you need to do with Arian? Since she keeps saying you always coming back to her, and they ain't got plenty of time to do that. So you don't need to bother Melody no more. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Leave this lady alone. So Charlene said Martell is too active in the streets to want to be bothered with kids. It's all about the money industry. Exactly. Don't you get the vibe that, to me, I feel like Martell would, okay, he would, let's say he has the kids or whatever. I get the vibe that he would probably give the kids off to his mom to watch, kind of thing. Like he's talking about Melody and babysitters. So I feel as though he would sit up there and have his mom watch the kids all the time. I really do. Okay. So Pincy said, "How fake was Melody's money?" Oh yeah, yep, What was talking about Destiny? Hey, April. Hi, Sanquetta. Destiny is just a fake friend who is just jealous of Melody and how well she is doing, and she isn't. Right? I don't. It's actually very sad to me because I feel as though that if one woman is winning, we all win. You know what I mean? Our light doesn't dim because somebody else is shining. We can shine together. So it does kind of bother me that they're upset with Melody because you have to give women like Melody and other women that were in her situation their flowers, because I just could only imagine it's not easy walking away from a person that you shared a life with, that you created kids with, that you created memories with, that you literally thought that you would spend the rest of your life with. That is not easy walking away from. So the fact that Melody was able to do it, and like I said, and other women too, I feel like you can't do nothing but respect it. And it's making me it's almost like, do you prefer her to be like on the side of the road, like struggling? In a way, I really feel like people do like that. I feel like people don't want you to win. They want to see you struggling and stuff. They just want you to be losing. But you know what? That's okay. Just like, oh my gosh, y'all. Did y'all see that video of that black business owner and they like the people broke into his shop and he literally put it in the neighborhood to serve the community, but it's that same community that robbed him. And it's just like, why should okay, that company, that store in the neighborhood, why doesn't that inspire you to do the same thing? Like, why would it inspire you to do the opposite? It's just like I don't get it. It just kind of makes me sad. So I feel the same way about Melody. But look, Melody did rub off on Destiny a little bit because y'all see she making songs and doing performances and stuff too. So that's Melody, you keep shining. But Destiny, you gotta chill out. It's enough room for all of us to eat. It's enough food for all of us to eat, okay? Don't be mean. Just Me said Wounded Womb / Mind of Lilith does excellent breakdowns of Martell and his psychosis. One of my other subscribers was telling me about Mind of Lilith. I need to go and check her out as well and listen to some of her commentary. But I believe it. It just makes me sad, y'all. We're gonna have a girl talk so we can come together and collectively talk about what to look out for in men and the type of men that we should be dating. Because I'm almost ready to say, like, we gotta make sure we date men that are healed and whole, that went through therapy and are healed from their emotional trauma from the past, kind of thing. And not to say everybody that we're gonna come in contact with or meet will be perfect, but like they have done enough of the work, or they know like their drama or trauma or whatever. They know enough, they identify it, and know that they need to work on it, kind of thing. Because it's almost like most men are like this. Most men be having like these breakdowns and all this stuff going on with them, and it's almost like, dang, who can we date? Does it seem like everybody coming with some sort of trauma? Ugh, but I guess I need to know what's acceptable and what's absolutely no, run from the hills kind of thing. And I feel like we should be doing that for each other. No more of that calling in to other men asking them to rate us or to none of that. No, we can help each other out because I feel like we're women and we're dating men. You know what I mean? So I feel like if we ask men all the time, they can only give us perspective from themselves as a man. But I feel like all of us collectively as women can help each other. Like, yeah, I dated somebody like that. You do. And then we could just kind of merge what we have and figure it out. But it's no more that asking men. For I mean, a little bit of it is fine, but I think we could come together and have our own like sister circle association where we figure out, yes, that's a good guy. No, absolutely not. I think that would be kind of fun. Okay, so Pensy said, Ash Shirley never heard this before. Thanks for sharing. Look at us coming all together. How do you feel about bucket trash area twerking at Chuck E. Cheese on her B-Day? I believe he just got her. You know what? I didn't know that she was twerking. Arian Curry twerking. She's another one. She's also unhinged. I'm not surprised. Let's find it. Arian Curry twerking at Chuck E. Cheese. See, she's probably doing this because look at this, the emoji that somebody used. That was funny. So she probably doing this to get attention from Martell. He probably hasn't been around like that. Thanks, Fem Capital. I didn't even know about this. But you know what? It's right up there with the twerking senator and the girl that was taking her graduation pictures naked. That's how I feel about it. Like, and the same thing with the psychologist that was up there cussing and lost her job. It's just I don't know anymore. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that Arian twerking was probably because Martell wasn't showing her no attention. Or hasn't been. Let me see what people are saying. You don't see Paris' stepmom on live. She is actually being an adult and engaging and enjoying time with her family. But Arian is always on live acting like a child. Then she's cursing in front of those kids, throwing F-bombs and everything. This is sad. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Goodness. Exactly. That's why I'm like, Martell, that's who you've been messing with this entire time. You ever have that happen or whatever? Like sometimes you could like really like a guy or you're dating him or whatever, and then you be seeing his ex-girlfriend, she's like, what? Really? It kind of makes you think like, okay, not trying to down nobody, but you just like, I'm up here putting you on this high pedestal, but if she can get you then it'd be like kind of like that. So it's almost like, Martell, that was the best that you could do. But you know what? Like I told y'all about that article I read. When men cheat, they do usually cheat them. But when women cheat, they cheat up. Good for us. No, not condoning cheating or anything like that. But see, come on now, like make it make sense. So I feel like how this commenter feels like, really, this is who you chose kind of thing. Not right. Hi. This is the example of the good mom. I see Hawk's bars low. Okay, that was a little shady name for Martell. That's what I'm saying. Like Martell, like really? This is who did really? Yeah, male can't even. You can't even really be mad. What they say? Water seeks its level. Twitter seeks itself. You know what I mean? Like the level that a person feels as though they're on, that it will kind of be a reflection of who they will date, kind of. So when I think about it, I'm not surprised. Oh, here my girl, the Black Bumblebee. She sat in the Paul Mitchell Hair School, only to wear a hat with split ends everywhere. This is what evil Martell calls a good mother. I'm speechless. Continue to pray for Mel and her kids. You see, and it's the pettiness for me. He's only saying that she's a good mom just to damn Melody. You know, I know what he's doing. He's not fooling nobody. He's not fooling nobody. Okay, so Linda said my sister went through the same thing Melody went through. Really? How is she doing now? Is she recovering pretty good? I mean, it just is really tough. Life just be lifing. It really do. And sometimes you think like, okay, what can I do to kind of avoid certain situations? And of course, knowledge is power, but I don't know. I don't know. Let me not say I'm defeated. I pray that we all make good decisions and we meet people that love and cherish us and respect us and value us. And if we already have those people in our life, that they continue to do so. Yeah, okay. I feel better. Change. I got to change the atmosphere. I'm reading this little pamphlet. It says "Words Are Your Servants" by Charles Capp. He's like a preacher, and he talks about like your words having power and things like that. So yes, we're going to use our words to change the atmosphere and our reality and put us in a better position. So that's what I'm gonna say. So Charlene said Martell is trying to destroy Melody. That's why he's on the internet. He wants us not to support her, but her sales are going off the exactly. With the enemy meant for evil, God will turn to good. You cannot mess with a child of God. You just cannot do it. And Melody has a lot of favor. People really like her. So, and sometimes I say that like I hope that Melody looks at our channels. People like me, Aunt Ann, Empress Radio, like, and really see the love and support that she has. Cause it's literally more people for her than against her. And clearly, like, nobody's perfect either. We all have flaws and things like that, but at the same time, people are riding for Melody. They definitely have her back. And they will go off on Martell so she don't have to. So I'm like, really, she don't have to say anything. Because people are going to take up for her. People are going to ride for her. Martell, not so much. Hey, Raymel. Good evening. Okay, so April said, I was married and didn't think that my husband would cheat, but you never put anything past a man because his friends will always put things in his ear and you will never know what they do outside. That's very true. I agree with that. And do y'all remember that little clip I put in my video from The Real? And how Adrienne was kind of being very naive to me when she said that, like, oh, I wouldn't mind if somebody that I felt like wasn't as attractive as me was around my man. And then the man had to set her straight. Like, it don't matter how that woman looks. It's about how that woman makes your man feel in her presence. And that is true. So it's just like, sometimes men can embarrass you. So you could think like, oh, my man don't even like women that look like that. But then like they'll like cheat on you with a woman that look like that. So, so it's just, you're right. Like I agree. Or they'll, like you said, have outside influences. So you just really can't put anything past anybody. But I feel like that is good in a way. Because I feel like I always would say, or I guess that's what I'm learning to teach myself, that even the best person that you're most compatible with, they can't be your God. Cannot make them everything. You can't use them as a source of your happiness. that is only reserved for God. So so you don't put like people on a pedestal kind of thing. Because I think sometimes we as humans have a tendency to do that when really you can, because everybody is an imperfect creature. The only person that you really can trust and rely on to not break your heart, to not disappoint you, would be God. You know, it's something that you cannot find an earthly person because we're all flawed or whatever. So I think maybe that's how God wanted it to be to begin with. So we don't go to people, we can go to Him. And people are like resources, but God is like the ultimate source. You know how that's sometimes we be praying, you feel so much better, you feel so much lighter. If you don't read your Bible, it's like you feel so much better. And it's like something that even like psychology can't really touch. It goes in those areas, like that right part, that little that part behind your heart that you ain't know nobody knew, like nobody could touch or reach. That's what God word would do for you. That's what time and prayer will do for you. He'll get that right, that part right there. You know what I mean? Because I just feel like we're so complex as humans that the greatest like Sigma and four, none of them, none of that can ever touch. When you have a spiritual encounter with God. So yeah. So I'll go on that tangent. But yes. um April, I'm glad that you were able to share that and be transparent. I really do appreciate you sharing that. But it's the same thing. Like that's how I felt about that Danny Lay girl when she was talking about yellow bone was what the baby wanted. Mm-hmm. Until you see him pull up with a brown skin girl, then you feel a certain type of way. So don't even try to say all that. Men don't know what they want. They'll say they like X, Y, and Z, but then when a woman come across that's the opposite, they'll be right with her too. You know, if she move him in the right kind of way, all that stuff go right out the window. It'd be all cap. I learned that. So Femme Capital said Martell friends also call him out on his lies and BS on. Yes, they were. They were calling him out. It's like, Martell, just stop. Go ahead and work on your wine. That's what he should do. People saying they didn't get their stuff, you need to go and deliver it to them. I don't care if you're in Huntsville and they order wine in California. That will keep you busy. Because right now, like I said, let the courts handle whatever situation is going on with the custody. But people done paid their money and they want their products. That should be your priority. Not bothering Melody. Not writing stories and soliloquies, poems and stuff on your stories about what's going on between y'all. Worry about your customers first. Sorry guys, it took another sip. No, Martell was always like this. Has been going on for a while. It's just we don't even know half of that Melody went through, but she was still in love with this man. You'd be surprised. Yeah, actually, I do believe that. I feel like the love that women had, same thing with like women and kids and their children and stuff like that. Like it's like their sons especially cannot do no wrong. The teacher done told you he's a riot. Everybody at the school, everybody done told you about your child, but you just won't believe it. So I feel as though Melody Love and Martell probably did cover, his indiscretions. You know what I mean? Made her overlook them. And I understand. I don't know if y'all watch the Chantel, was it the family Chantel? But I've been starting to watch it lately, and I feel the same way about their situation with Chantel and Pedro. Like Pedro probably been mean or whatever, as he has been with Chantel, but because she loved him, she overlooked a lot of stuff. She accepted a lot of stuff. She didn't realize she was being taken for a ride kind of thing. And so many people just like, oh, leave him. But when you're in love, again, when you married to not only them, but the fantasies and the memories that you thought y'all was going to create and the kids y'all thought y'all was going to have and the places you thought y'all was going to go in the Chantel situation, it's hard to walk away from that. Because that was really the investment. You know what I mean? Like you wanting all these things with the person, so you put like a lot in it. Just the fantasies and the visions. It's kind of hard to divorce and walk away from because they didn't come to pass like you wanted them to. So that's how come I learned you can't really judge anybody for how long they stay in a situation or oh they should have been. It don't really be that easy when the heart is involved. They said the heart is the most dangerous weapon to play with. So people gotta leave people alone. Just like the show only talks about one outside child, and he has two other outside children. You'll be surprised when you find out when you go looking. Oh, Charlene, you need to write me, send me that stuff on my Instagram at Cinquetta. It's literally my name. Let me see. Where's my name on here? Right there. Send me whatever you know. Oh, hey, Unpopular Opinion Podcast. Martell is not wrong. Well, let me say, in this instance, he is not wrong. Okay, and what particular instance is that? I know we've been talking about a lot of stuff. Unpopular Podcast. If you hear this, can you explain more what you mean about Martell is not wrong in this situation? Do you mean as far as like fighting for custody, full custody? And I agree. I feel like that's Martell's right. I feel like that's any parent's right, but I just feel like, is he doing this just to be spiteful kind of thing? Because he don't got no other leg to stand on. That's my only thing. Don't be wasting the court's time because you in your feelings. But, you know, he can bring up his concerns if he so chooses. I'm okay with that. But it is giving like I still want my ex-wife back kind of thing, or I want to be in control of her moves, even though we're divorced. It's giving me those kind of vibes. So Linda Gamble said, hey, Linda, we need to do a live chat and I would like to be on a panel. Oh, yay. I could give you the anybody that want to talk now. Hold on, let me give y'all. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Copy. All right. Anybody that wants to chat, you can use this. You can use this link and we can chat, you know, if you want to come up here and talk. But if not, I'll try to come back on here maybe Thursday. I have Zumba, but that's about it. Yeah, I think I was going to go to Zumba. But if I find another class that's earlier, and then we could come back on here, we could talk. So you could use that link and you could join. We could talk or whatever. Linda or anybody else today, but that's the link. But Queen EP13, girl, they're trying to say that Martell got two other outside children. So we only know about coleslaw, but it could be two other ones. Martell. Okay. Oh, see, Linda. There go Linda. Yep. Martell has two other outside children besides not. Thanks, Linda, for letting us know. So April said the only reason Martell was with that girl was because she was a freak. It was doing things that Mel wasn't. That what he said. So they both were nasty. You know, some of those things, I don't know if it's good to tap into. Well, let me say this. Everybody can do what they want. Because, you know, everybody's grown, but I feel like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Some of it could be a little bit too much. And that is how you know that somebody's soul ain't being tapped into. You know what I mean? Because it's like people think that they want to get to like that high level of intimacy or ecstasy or whatever, but again, I feel like it's not physical, that it cannot be achieved in the physical way. I feel like true intimacy comes when you're able to share your fears, dreams, things like that with the person, and then y'all come together in that way. Like, you know what I mean? It's like a bearing of your soul that heightens it. You don't have to do all that extra stuff that they probably have seen on, you know, those websites, and that is not necessary, okay? And especially if y'all both love God, y'all coming together in that kind of way. Yeah, all that extra stuff you don't need, but that's just how I feel about it. I could be totally wrong, but because I just feel like it will never be enough. It would never be enough. So she's recovering, but she doesn't trust men. Oh, your sister. Um, I also had a close friend that was in the same situation. But oh my God, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Linda. I feel like, you can trust men, but trust yourself more. I realized that with me, I be second guessing myself a lot. Like that don't sound right, but maybe it's me. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. That don't look right, but no, it's don't second guess yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Because I heard that a lot of times when women be second guessing themselves, it could come from like you being gaslit a lot in the past. So now that I realize that could have been the issue for me, no, I'm going to speak up. And if I don't like something, if it's not like jiving right in my spirit internally, then I can walk away and be okay with it. Like, on some shoot first, ask questions later type time. Like, if I'm wrong, you don't have to prove me wrong. But I'm not going to keep staying and just second guess myself or feel like, dang, is that really what he meant? Did he mean like, no. He probably did mean it like that. That's why I felt that way. So I feel like, yeah, trust, you can still trust men, but, trust yourself more. So if something don't look right, feel right, smell right, it's okay to let go. It's okay. Or to question it or check it, or that's how I feel about it. Trust men, but trust yourself more. I think that's what I want to say, honestly. And it's not in your head, it's not you. Because I really feel like that. Like sometimes I'm pretty sure with signs leading up to whatever that was a major big indiscretion, but a lot of times we just no, was not that. We kind of ignore the red flags. Melody even said in her interview, red flags sometimes look like you having fun when you at Six Flags or something like that. She said it was real cute, made a lot of sense. But sometimes them red flags do make things a little more exciting. But when you get tired of playing the same kind of games, like you be like, no, I seen this before. I'm not having it. Bye. So Pensy said, it looks like Coleslaw has surgery on her backside. Maybe that's why she's always shaking her butt in the camera. Interesting. Yo, why am I reading the article about that? Right here. This is like one of my favorite bloggers. I've been watching him since I was in college, y'all. GL Lambert, he is the truth. He be in your face about this kind of stuff. And he just literally talked about this in this article because somebody wrote him like, oh, I think that I need a BBL, so I get more attention. And like he's saying, no, like you don't look, good looks won't make a man cheat less or settle faster. And it takes much more than a pretty face to handcuff a heart. The thing about it is, there's nothing wrong with how you look. Everything is wrong with how you think you look. So if you think you don't look good, then that's going to like resonate in your energy. And that's how you're coming across when you go out in public. You know what I mean? So everything starts with you. You have to think you look good, regardless of what the beauty standards are. It's up to you to make the new beauty standards, okay? Like, all right, it's Kim Kardashian and all them that look like that. Okay, that's fine and good. But you're about to take this as I am, and you want to love this. You know what I mean? Like, that's what it really comes down to. So if Arian did all that and got a BBL, that wasn't necessary. You don't waste your money because that's not going to keep Martell faithful. That's not going to keep him. And for him, and watch him go and see, this is what I be talking about. For him to maybe wind up settling with somebody that's 110 pounds or 120 pounds with no butt or boobs or something like that. So it's not, gosh, but that's okay. We gonna learn. Sorry, I was about to go on that. Thinking about going to a play. Young Peasy said males want to be high price Keisha. Who's Keisha? Mel's a wannabe high price Keisha. Are you trying to say Mel's like a wannabe high price ghetto girl? Like, are you trying to say Keisha ghetto? Like, are you trying to say that? I don't understand that. Does somebody understand what Young Peasy was meant by that? Because I didn't really get it. Charlene said, "You do know that that's not the first time Arian has a Chuck E. Cheese. This is the second time she did the same thing last year. You know what? Martell is really upsetting me. Cause and see, y'all notice how they'll tell women on the internet how women need to choose better. But what about men? What about them choosing better? You know what I mean? I definitely don't agree with him having a mistress, but really, you this is who you chose again. She's probably a lovely lady, but and not trying to compare her to Mel, but like, come on now, you was able to get Mel, you know, and that's how I hope women feel too. Like when women date celebrities and they kind of stay in a bad situation with a celebrity, it's just almost like if you bagged one rich person, you can get another one. You've done it before. So have faith in yourself to be able to do it again. You know what I mean? If you made $1 million before, you can make another $1 million. You know? So yeah. So I say all that to say, like, you had Melody. You didn't want to like upgrade or get somebody that's like equal, at least. It's frustrating. So Fem Capital said, saying you had to start listening to Dr. Rom. That's my girl, Dr. Romney, videos about narcissistic people, a breakup. Dr. Romney had to help me break down. I think I shared with y'all the last live. I can't remember, but how the difference between a sociopath and a psychopath, because I always wanted to know. And then I used Dr. Romney's like what she said in one of my videos. On my other channel, I did okay, let me show y'all. Let me show y'all. Okay, switch accounts. I'm gonna put the link in the thing so y'all can watch it. Cause oh my gosh, y'all, it was this banging show on Lifetime Network. It was called I Dated a Psycho. It was so good that I did a video on it. All right. Blah 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 blah. Let me. I'm gonna let y'all keep looking at this while I get the video, cause this is actually so disrespectful. But yeah, Dr. Romney, that's my girl, yo. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm glad you brought her up. That's my homegirl. Remember how Tupac said that about Faith? He was like, Faith, hey girl, that's my homegirl, Faith. Oh my gosh, she gonna taunt Biggie like that. He's starting stuff. Just wanna start stuff. Oh my gosh. Back in the 90s was probably so interesting. Interesting time. Every time I watch like a documentary about back in the day, I'm like, dang. Yeah, they was getting popping back then. I like Dr. Romney. That is my girl. I do like her too. I should watch more stuff on her. Dang, this video was 21 minutes. Well, this is my little video. We'll watch that when y'all get a little chance. But let me play a little bit of it. Okay. Let's see. See, there she goes. See, I added her in there. Okay, hold on. It's amazing how far a chocolate-covered strawberry can get a guy with a woman who's sort of feeling a little bit downtrodden by the world. Okay, so Dr. Romney was saying like, okay, I'm gonna replay it one more time.
It's amazing how far a chocolate-covered strawberry can get a guy with a woman who's sort of feeling a little bit downtrodden by the world.
When she said that, it made a lot of sense because this one lady had opened up her whole self to this guy, and really he just gave her like some chocolates, some flowers, and like she was just so open. And I liked how Dr. Romney put that, like when a woman is feeling like already less about herself, she may accept the bare minimum and think it's just this grand gesture because she is not used to receiving that kind of attention. That's why it's always important to shower attention on yourself. Even though it sounds so cliche, love yourself, but you really should. And when I hear love yourself, I'm starting to realize that's working in your best interest or making the best decisions for you. You know, it's almost like being your own parent, parenting your own self. You know, so I'm going to do X and XYZ that's best for me. Not what's best for anybody else, but what's best for me. You know, sometimes putting yourself first. Sometimes you do have to put others first, okay? Yeah. We got that, but a lot of times we do the opposite. We put others first too much, and then we forget about ourselves. No more. No more. Oh, stay tuned. Reviews is in here. Let's see what he said. Mel needs to apologize to Martell, plain and simple. Her conduct, as well as her cheating while she was still married to Martell, was unbecoming of a lady. And let me see what Pensy said. Stay tuned reviews. And what do you call it when the husband goes outside the marriage for 5 to 7 years and the wife stayed but got tired and walked away? Their marriage was over. Okay, yes, all right. Stay tuned reviews is on you now. You gotta answer a question because we want to know. Martell is wrong. A child could be molested by a man or a woman. You just have to make sound choices in who you choose to babysit your children. Exactly. I mean, that's how I feel. It's almost like, come on now. Melody family has been her family like all her life. It's more so like Martell. If you didn't have a problem with the kid, because I'm pretty sure that the uncle probably watched the kids when they were married. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm pretty sure that has happened. Why now are you trying to make an issue of it? Because you just want to have something to make an issue of. Oh, because I don't want no men watching my kids. Okay, Martell. All right. Yes, I watched it. Pedro was running the scheme on. Yes, but in with the family Chantel situation, it was. And then he gonna try to make it seem like he wasn't. Oh, well, I could have been got my green card. That's what it was. I could have been got my green card 3 years ago. No, you were just playing it around. You was playing like it wasn't like that. And then I think I said this in my last live. This is why I feel like you should date people that are similar to you or had the same kind of background as you. When Chantel has said she don't know how to navigate the situation with her and Pedro breaking up and divorcing because she didn't come from a broken home, that's what it hit me. Pedro don't know how to fight for a marriage because he never seen a successful marriage, you know, in his upbringing. So to him, he probably does feel like it's nothing. Oh, we're not getting along no more. Let's divorce. Oh, I got everything that I wanted. Let's divorce. Like he don't know how to work through the ups and downs that's going to come with marriage. Or does he want to? So even if he did come from a broken home, like you could want to stop that generational curse. You may want to be the one that's like, okay, I don't want that to be me. Like, although I came from a broken home, I don't want to continue that pattern. So you either gotta want to do better, but the fact that he's not trying to seek marriage counseling at all. Like, why? What did Chantel do that was so bad that y'all can't work out? Like, I still don't know what his reasoning is. Oh, I just fell out of love. Sometimes that's gonna happen. But then you all work together to get the spark back in the love. You know what I mean? Like maybe y'all need to go away on a vacation and stuff like that. I don't know. Talk to a counselor, but like y'all made vows to each other. And it just, you don't just throw in the towel because you don't like the person no more. Like, Pedro, yeah. So I feel like you're right, Linda. Probably was a little funky scam. And that's sad because I really feel like Chantel really loved him and really wanted to make it work with him. But at the same time, this is a lesson. I feel like she should have just been dating somebody that was like similar to her. Maybe it's probably somebody, her neighbor or somebody where her mom and them live at that probably liked her or something that she probably not paying attention to. Like date somebody like that got somewhat of a similar background than you. I just think that's much easier. That show seems fake. Chantel was told how her husband and mother do business when the show began. I feel like I thought the show was pretty real. I didn't watch it from the very beginning, only to watch clips, but now I've been watching like the whole entire episode as of late. Since they started getting a divorce, I started watching the show. I have a photo of one of the children. Oh, Linda, you better inbox me. Oh, the information. Matter of fact, Orlinda, you should start your channel. I encourage everybody that's listening to this, start your YouTube channel. I love it. Like when I think about it, I never see myself doing this or even doing this type of commentary. I always wanted to be a YouTuber, but I just didn't know where my niche was going to be. But I'm so grateful that, I started it and did it. Because sometimes you look at other YouTubers with these big platforms and stuff. It's like, oh my gosh, one day I wish. But it feels good to actually put myself out there and look, like I get to talk to all you guys. And like, I appreciate this. The engagement, the comments and things like that. Like the watch, the subscription. Like I actually really, really do. Because, it's helping me make my dreams come true. So I appreciate it. So I say all that to say, you guys should start your YouTube channels as well. It will definitely be successful, Don't look, and that's another thing. Don't compare your progress to anybody else's. It took me a while to get here, but your stuff could pop overnight. You just never know. So, yeah, that's my little PSA for the night. Martell is seeking a steady income. So why not use your own children as a form of support? Exactly. It's giving me those kind of vibes as well. Like let me get a check from Melody. But you never when you play dirty. I'm thinking about Nene. Now Nene voice coming. You never come in when you play dirty. You shouldn't use your kids as a pawn. As a man, you should want to work hard and get it out the mud. Shouldn't that give y'all like that excitement, that pride in yourself? But now it's like men want to be the women. And I don't know why. Why? You can't. Until you have a uterus like us and then go through the stuff we be going through monthly and push out babies, is no comparison. So stay in your lane and everything will be okay. All right? That's all I ask. Yep. So, allegedly they're saying Martell has 2 outside children besides Knock. He is violent. If this wasn't in the public, male may need security. That's the one good thing about it, that this is in public and, people is on him and watching him. And they got males back. So, you're right about that, Queenie P13. So April said, regardless, Martell was married, and if he wasn't happy or satisfied, he should have left before stepping outside on Mel and those kids and getting other kids outside of his marriage. Exactly. And it really just makes me think about self-sabotage. It's like he had everything that most people say they want. You know what I mean? The American dream. Beautiful wife, your own home, successful career, businesses. What more could you ask for? So I just find it interesting that he wanted even more. And it's sad. Charlene said, you don't remember in the beginning, Coleslaw said Martell had her buttocks did because it wasn't big enough. She wanted it bigger like her sister. Oh my gosh. You know what? That's another reason why even though they really shouldn't have been together to begin with, but they say you shouldn't be with a person, man or woman. Like if you're a man and a woman's trying to change you, or if you're a woman and a man is trying to change you, like you should never be with anybody that's trying to change you. They need to accept you exactly as you are right now. So that's another sign you kind of just basically probably looked at her as an object and not a real person, you know? Because I do feel like when a man really loves you, like you can have a flat butt, like you know, and he's still gonna rock with you. He's still gonna like you regardless, kind of thing. So if somebody trying to change, I feel like they just really don't like you like that. Yes, a daughter and a son. You have a picture of the boy. Wow. So he may have 7 kids, y'all. This is not good. This is not good. Okay, so stay tuned reviews that at Pensy Francis, if that man had to put up with years of neglect and emotional abuse like Martell did, then finding happiness outside of the marriage would be considered a blessing. Now, you know he was not neglected. You know, there was no emotional abuse. We ain't hear nothing like that concerning Martell. And you know he would have no problem saying any of that. I never heard him say anything about emotional abuse or neglect. I felt like he only started talking about that towards the end. But it doesn't make any sense because they both were in business together. So I don't get it. And remember, even Carlos, even the producer, were saying they were always together. So like, what neglect was he experiencing? And not to say that you're wrong, but you know, we need actual concrete examples. Stay tuned reviews. So we could be like, okay, yeah, or okay, no. But really, I did read, remember in that article I keep bringing up because it's very insightful. Men don't usually cheat because of like their sexual needs and stuff like that aren't being met. They usually cheat when they feel as though their woman stops looking at them as Superman or a hero. You know, y'all men be needing your egos constantly stroked. So they go to the woman where they are where they feel like a man or they're needed, or this woman is looking at them like, oh, you know what I mean? Oh my gosh, you're so strong, kind of thing. Like that's usually what they go for. So all he had to do was have a conversation with Melody about that. Because they do say, see, that's the thing, like people I don't know. People just really, I don't know. It's a lot to think about. It's crazy. But we're willing to hear what you got to say next to that. Pensy Francis, we're ready to hear your rebuttal to what Stay Tuned Reviews had to say as well. Linda, that's why I said Melody needs a restraining order and security. Martell is a very dangerous man. He's lost everything. He knows Melody is not coming back. Yeah. I don't like Martell going out like this. I don't like nobody going out like this. You know, that's why I hope that he gets to a good place in his mind and everything. What he did was wrong. What he did was bogus. But I do feel like everybody can have like redemption kind of thing. And I guess I feel this way because I think about like the grace and mercy God shows me. And, you know, I just want to extend that to him. And that's the thing I learned, that like mercy is actually giving the offender, not giving the offender the penalty that they actually deserve. You know what I mean? So even if like you have the power to send somebody away for 100 years for doing something bad to you, mercy is like, okay, I'm not going to do that. You know, I choose not to. And like I said, it just makes me think about God's love towards us. And I know like we don't like that, like that whole kumbaya kind of stuff, but I don't know. I just kind of feel that way. But it is wrong what he did to Melody and what he did to his family. Like, I'm not saying that it's right, but But because he made a family, I feel like I want him to be whole and healed for their sake. Because one thing Arian did say, right, is she hoped that his daughters don't come across a man like him, and I hope that as well. So it's like more so for their sake. Forget, yeah, he did what he did, but for the kids' sake, I want him to be right, so he can be a good example to them, so they don't make the mistake or they don't have a hole in their heart where they feel like they need to fill it with the wrong kind of guy. You know what I mean? And I feel like an antidote to that is their dad talking to them, being in their life, telling them that they're beautiful, great, wonderful, esteeming them. So they really don't come across a man like him. Because that's what happened to Coleslaw to begin with, I feel like. You know what I mean? She probably didn't have a dad in her life. So for their children's sakes, I'll be just hoping that he do heal and then he do get it right. He has to. He can't be in his feelings. He could be in his feelings if he didn't have kids, but he do. So he gotta get out his feelings. Get over. Come on, then, Martell. Snap out of it. It's not about Melody. Your marriage is over. Stop that. Stop trying to control her. Just be the best father that you can be, the best co-parent that you can be. Make peace with her. You know what I mean? I hope y'all make peace with each other for the kids' sake. Marriage done. Over. down the toilet. But other than that, just be a good father to them. Just work on you so you can be a good dad to them. And keep going on. And then that y'all telling me is more kids. It's just like, oh gosh. All right. We need them to be a good dad for them as well, because they ain't asked to be here either. So yeah. And you see, I feel like when people do things like this, they are really hurting. What they say, hurt people hurt people. I really don't feel like he wants to do this but I feel like maybe just can't help it. It's something there, But okay, let me get back out of this. Didn't mean to make a left. Speaking of Chantel and Pedro, Martell needs to marry Chantel. We is not putting no Martell on Chantel. Oh, that rhymed. But did you hear that allegedly she was dating, or supposedly she's supposed to be dating Rich Dollars? I don't know how true that is, but that's not a good look either. Who can Chantel date? I can't really think right now who she would be a good match with. I'm usually good at this kind of stuff. But I can't really think. I can't play matchmaker right now. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank for her. Oh, Film Capital said, I enjoyed your live, Queen. I'm heading to bed because I had to work in the morning. I will see you next one. All right, good night, girl. I'm sorry, I'm just now seeing this. I hope you hear this on the replay if you finish the rest. Good night. Keep up the good work on your channel. Thank you, girl. And thank you all again for tuning in and listening to me chat with you guys. You guys are great. Could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me. And I appreciate it. Overcoming 6 overcomer. Linda, do the boy look like Martell? Yes, I have a picture. Ooh, y'all gotta give us the stuff. Y'all gonna give me the info. Y'all gonna send it to me on Instagram so I can post it. Or if it's on YouTube, maybe like give us the link in the comments so we can all see if like somebody posted it on YouTube already. Melody never stepped outside her marriage nor cheated on Martell. She should have because of the way he was treating her and those kids, but she was the bigger person and she did better by divorcing that jerk. Exactly. To me, when you really love somebody, you can't even think about being with anybody else. That's why it's not making. I don't believe she cheated either. She probably didn't even have it in her mind to be with anybody else but Martell. Like she probably just only wanted it to work with him. You know what I mean? Like when you really like somebody, you don't even think of anybody else as another option. Well, I didn't answer my question right there. How about that? Stay tuned reviews. When you really love somebody, you don't even be thinking about nobody else. So now I see it now. I see it. That's true. You don't even think about nobody else. So the fact that he was thinking about somebody else, because the thing is like, okay, let's say his needs wasn't getting met. Let's go with that. But when your needs aren't getting met, if you really love somebody, you want the person you're married to fulfill those needs. You don't even think about like somebody else doing it. You work with that person and you let them know. But it's like he didn't even really do that. He just, oh fine, she ain't meet my needs. All right, let me go find somebody that will. No, that really does mean you don't love that person. Like literally, I could only imagine. You would probably throw up. If I was in Melody's shoes, I'd probably throw up thinking about another man while I'm still trying to like work on my relationship with my husband, kind of thing. Like another man coming in would be like the farthest thing from my mind. You know, women really aren't built like that. Yeah. Anytime I hear like a woman say that she moves around, kind of like on some Amber Rose kind of type time, like, I kind of feel like she's hurting. I really don't feel like she's really telling the truth because for the most part, like women kind of like get a guy and they lock in to that guy. The thoughts of another man doesn't even come in the picture at all. Usually, not all the time, but for the most part, I feel like that's how women are, kind of thing. Like they gonna stick with that guy, the main one. They just want him to act right. They're not gonna really do it with nobody else. They just want that person that they are with to do all the things that they want him to do. They don't want it from nobody else, or at least that's what I believe. The little boy looks just like Martell in the ears and face and all. How old are these kids? His alleged outside kids. About are they the same around the same age as Knox, or are they older or younger? I'll be curious to know that. He did say that in the beginning, but then he came back and debunked it and said he wished he had never stepped out in his marriage. Martell was just lying to make Melody look bad. Yeah, he just was trying to save his face. I believe it. See? And that's probably one of the reasons why he loved Melody was the fact that she didn't put up with anything. So he should have known she was eventually going to leave him. Okay, so Overcomer, I am 6, Overcomer said, oh, that's terrible. Why did she stay in that marriage if he was doing all that cheating? And she waiting on him to come back to her SMH. I felt like Melody probably, if you ask me, I felt like she probably stayed because she probably was hoping that he would get it right. Like I said, I feel like women don't usually like to start over again. Even when they're in a bad situation, they just want that person that they're in a bad situation with to get it right. They usually don't want to just throw in the towel like that. Like they just hope like, okay, maybe this is a phase. Maybe he just eventually going to stop messing with her. Maybe once he sees how much it's hurting me, he's going to stop, kind of thing. And then especially because they had 4 kids together, had business together, and they were on TV together, I could see why it wouldn't be as easy for her. Any woman in a similar situation, I'm not even going to say similar situation, any woman, period, that maybe committed themselves to a man and only seen a future with them, why they would stay and want to make it work. Like I can actually see that, you know. But now, knowing what I know, I feel like, yeah. And usually women will play a smarter kind of thing. They probably have like a 1 foot in, 1 foot out kind of thing. And I almost feel like that's kind of best. I don't know how right or wrong I am on that, but you know. This is my first time on this channel. I really enjoyed it. Oh, thank you, Cynthia Skyker. I hope that you continue to come back. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe. We talk love and marriage, Huntsville on this channel. But I got a second channel where I be talking about everything else that be on my mind. So I'm glad you enjoy Cynthia Scott. Hope you come back. Okay, here go Fancy. Oh, I wanted you to say something, girl. As Stay Tuned reviews, if your statements were true, he should have left the family right away, not 5 to 7 years later. Martell was unsure of himself or just seeking sexy outside the home. Real men leave. You got that right. That is one thing about it. All these second chances and staying is like a woman thing. Well, not all women, of course, but women be, okay, I'm going to stay. But when women cheat on men, I read that the relationship is over. 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 There's no, oh, I hope she leave him. You're done. You were so right about that. Thank you, Pensy. Exactly. Men are not forgiving when it comes down to cheating. And especially the vibe that I'm getting from Martell. You think Martell understand around why Melody cheating on him? Not a chance. He absolutely don't give me those kind of vibes. So good point, girl. 1 point. 1 point for Pensy. So Charlene said Martell could have turned all of this around, but every time he raises up his mouth, he brings someone right back down and he destroys his own reputation. Exactly. Somebody needs to take his phone away for like a month. Sometimes I be wanting to do that. I be wanting to get away off of Instagram for like a month because I find myself scrolling too much when I could be making content for y'all. So I be wanting to do that, but then again, sometimes like I feel like I need it because my one subscriber gave me like a lot of these screenshots that Melody was doing. She said she was up. Anisha, hey girl, if you hear this. She was like, I was up at 3 a.m. and she sent me the screenshots. So I was like, oh, thanks, girl. Cause I was asleep. Actually, I was going on my little Instagram detox, but once she told me she sent me stuff on here on YouTube, I was like, okay, let me go back on Instagram and see. But yes, Martell just needs to have like a little social media detox. Oh, correction, sex or just seeking sex or something. We got what you were saying. Melody said she did have somebody else, but she said her and Martell were not together. She had left the home. Martell was having an affair in the home with his wife and exactly. I feel like she and really I don't know. I feel as though it's possible that when Melody did, have something with somebody, it was probably just to feel good again. You know what I mean? I could imagine that maybe when she had to deal with everything that Martell was bringing her way, it may have possibly like hurt her self-esteem a little bit. So she probably like maybe got with somebody else after they weren't together, her and Martell weren't together, just to kind of feel good again. Because sometimes you be feeling like that. Like I just need to feel like I'm wanted again. So I'm pretty sure she probably even liked that guy. I mean, she may have, but you know what I mean? That guy probably liked her, probably wanted to like make her feel good or like make her feel good about herself kind of thing. Like, oh, you're so beautiful, you're fly, don't worry about what he's doing to you kind of vibe. That's the vibe I'm getting. Because I really feel like at the end of the day, Melody did probably want to stick it out and work it out with Martell. But when Martell just kept giving her his butt to kiss, she had to move on. Oh, hey, Pensy. I love your format. This is my first time here. I can't believe this is your first time. You fit right on in, girl. Like, I felt like I seen your name before, but I'm glad you enjoyed, and I definitely hope you come back. I'm going to try to come back on here again on Thursday. I'm pretty sure it's going to be some more developing news. It was hard for me to keep up this weekend. I still have other stories I want to do because I wanted to get y'all opinion on Mel. She was saying how she feel like it's not her time to leave the show, but I'm like, dang, I don't know if I could really work with my ex-husband. You know what I mean? If me and him both worked at the same place, I would want to leave. So I just wanted to get your opinion on that. Like, oh, how do y'all feel? Would y'all stay? If you and your ex-husband or ex-boyfriend worked at the same place, like, and y'all broke up, like, would you want to get another job or would you stick it out? I would have to get another job or go to another department or something. Probably a whole new job. But I don't know. Everybody, like, some people could probably stick it out. So I want to do a video on that. I want to do a video about Destiny trying to call Mel fake. But sometimes it's just easier just to turn on the live. But yeah, Pensy, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm gonna try to get on the camera next time. I was just kind of like drained today. So April said exactly. It depends on the situation and circumstances, but a baby or babies is an unforgivable. I'm sorry, I can't forgive you for that. It's like it's like a visual representation of your infidelity, right? You know what I mean? It's like It's one thing for you to tell me you cheated, but when you cheated and a child is, it's like I'm actually like facing it. You know, like kind of like Rashida and what's his name, Kirk from Love and Hip Hop. I don't know. A lot of people will say that she's strong, but that is I could imagine you would have to be very strong to deal with a situation like that. And I don't know if I would want to. And I feel like nobody will blame a woman in that situation for walking out. Kind of like, in this Melody situation, like when nobody's upset with her for leaving for the simple fact that he had a physical, and then how disrespectful like Arian is. You know what I mean? She's just very disrespectful, saying a lot of pillow talk stuff. That's none of her business, really. And again, it just shows her insecurity. Because I feel like when you grow up and you mature, you don't want to like down another woman. You start to see yourself in everybody in a way. Or you feel like, dang, that could have been me. Or I may have felt that way kind of thing. So that whole trying to one up Melody and your man keep coming back to me kind of thing, it's not cute. And life has a way of humbling you. So I got to say. The picture I have of the little boy, he looks to be 4 or 5. Oh my gosh. But the girl is between the oldest two. Martell was out there in them streets. But wow. And reckless too. Because kids means unprotected. You know what? Oh my gosh. That's, you know what? I can't. I really can't. But I enjoy talking to you guys tonight. We learned a lot. I'm gonna try to do my research about Destiny Stewart closing because y'all gave me that topic. And I'm gonna go to her YouTube channel because she was talking more about Destiny and her husband, and also this Arian twerking at Chuck E. Cheese situation. Martell, come get your baby mom. That shouldn't even be in a sentence, y'all. But either way, I can't wait for the show to come back on. We only got like 2 more weeks to September 10th. Y'all remember when they first told us they was going on a hiatus? Just like, damn, it's gonna be forever. Take it forever. But then it came. We're almost here in September. It's kind of like, remember when you be going to the dentist for your teeth cleaning, and they be like, okay, we'll see you in 6 months, and they be like, oh, okay, your next appointment ain't till. You're like, dang, that's such a far out. That's so many months from now, and then your appointment be like here before you know it. It's just crazy how time works sometimes. Oops. Erin is reaping it. She doesn't have a car, and she just lost her Section 8 house. Oh my gosh. I tell you, she better go ahead and get that money from Martell, because remember what they said? They said Martell is a millionaire. He got a net worth of $14 million. But y'all had to let me know that is not true. So I could definitely see her reaping it. But either way, this was lovely. I hope that I can come back on here again and talk to you guys another day this week. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow. I don't know. Either tomorrow or Thursday. But if not, I'm going to try to definitely get a video out to y'all. But other than that, thank you again for listening, for tuning in. If you're watching this on a replay, do hashtag replay. Let me know that you're watching. But other than that, I will talk to you guys again soon. And good night. I'm going to read just one last comment. Overcoming. I am 6 overcoming. And Melody got that money in their divorce. As she should. She deserved it. It was probably her money anyway. Other than that, you guys have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Oh, let me show. This is how I'll end it. I'll show my little clip, and then we'll be out. Bye.
Met St. Quebec, man, the girl was heaven sent. Met St. Quebec, man, the girl was heaven sent.